Namaskaram. Dhanurmasam or Margazhi Masam is considered to be one of the auspicious month for all the religious activities. Andal, who is also known as Nachiyar or Goda Devi or Kodai, is considered to be the only female Arvar among the 12 poet saints of southern India. It was during this month of Margazhi she composed the 30 Tamil hymns known as Thirupaavai Passurams. She has confirmed that when one sings these 30 Passurams during Margazhi Masam, is definitely going to obtain all the materialistic happiness along with eternal bliss. Kala Pradarshan has been celebrating the last 2 years of Margazhi with many Thirupaavai Passurams sung by talented singers. This year we have something very exciting to everyone. Margazhi Masam starts from December 16th till January 14th, 2023. We are really blessed to release the Kannada version of Thirupaavai known as Sirinompi. We are very grateful to Shri Nandakumar Devi Narayan and his uncle Shri Vajpayam Srinivasan and their entire family to give us this wonderful opportunity. To know more details about Sirinompi, we have with us today Shri Vajpayam Srinivasan to give us wonderful insight about Sirinompi. Shri Vajpayam Srinivasan is going to be the narrator for this time.
Greetings to all. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the work Sirinompi, a work in Kannada which is the equivalent of the well-known Thirupaavai of Shri.Andal, which belongs to the famous Divya Prabandhams of Vaishnavite Alvars in Tamil tradition. So, Sirinompi is one of the remarkable works in Kannada because it translates almost in extreme faithfulness, but literally word by word, to what originally Andal prepared. So this work was done by my father, illustrious Vajpayam Srirangachar, who was an erudite scholar in Sanskrit, Kannada, and well-versed in Divya Prabandhams. So it was his mission to translate Thirupaavai into Kannada verses in the same style, in the same way. And in fact, it is so well done, many top literary authors have remarked that it is unequaled. And even one has remarked, I tried and gave up. So that was no less a person than Sri P.T. Narasimhachar, a well-known Kannada poet. So this was done in 1945 and was published in a local journal, Deshiya Vidya Patrika and Vaidyashala Patrika. And later on, in the 1950s, late 50s, Professor G.P. Rajaratnam, another well-known Kannada professor and author, so he wanted to include it in a work called Praneshwara Prapti on Andal, and he sought the permission. I remember this meeting at our home with my father. So it was given, and Rajaratnam included this whole Thirupaavai in that work, Praneshwara Prapti. So later on in the 1970s, another Balabharati Yadagiri Kumari, so she gives discourses on musical discourses, and she requested that she would render the whole thing. And an event was arranged in which High Court Justice H. Gowda presided, and my father was honored for that occasion, and she set ragas and talas to all the 30 poems in Kannada, and she sang. So that was the second time. In fact, you people will get an opportunity of seeing that text she printed, that Yadagiri Kumari printed at that time. So in 2009, I took it as a mission to make it more widely known. And I brought out an MP3 CD, which runs for about 2 hours and 20 minutes, including a musical accompanying with flute, violin, and veena. So since the time is a little short, what we try to do now is bring the main text part. So the other musical surroundings will be for the time being excluded, and will present in each verse the main song sung by Dr. Geeta Sitaram. So This will be done on a daily basis. Each verse will be uh, presented on successive days. Coming to Sirinompi itself, the style is identical with the style of Thirupaavai in as much as there are 30 Kannada verses corresponding to 30 Tamil verses. And each verse has 8 lines, just as the original has 8 lines. And in fact, the author, my father, has tried to very, very faithfully bring in the idea and spirit, no? And in that, I would say, even though I'm perhaps a little bit biased, that it's not just my word, others would agree with me, and he has succeeded in a very, very remarkable manner. So, in other words, this is nothing but the same version of original Thirupaavai told in Kannada words. So, just as Andal presented it in that literary Tamil of old times, she called it Sangat Tamil, literary Tamil. So, this Kannada is also a classical time of the olden days, that is Hale Kannada, no, old Kannada. So there are many words in this old Kannada which perhaps are not in vogue today or not easily understood. But the meanings don't change and the style and the content is maintained in a very remarkable way. So it will be a great pleasure to compare the two versions, the Tamil and Kannada versions, and see how close they are and how the original message is entirely preserved. And just to give one example, each verse in Thirupaavai ends with A Lorem Bhavai, which means our sacred mission or sacred ritual will really produce good results. Same thing is translated in Kannada as E Namma Nompita Nollitakum. So even the title is identical because in Tamil, Thiru means sacred or divine. Pavai means a ritual mission. So same thing in Kannada, Siri means sacred, divine, and Nompi in Old Kannada means a ritual mission. So even the title has a clear identity. So this is the work which in a wider context, along with the musical background, is available in MP3, but we will make an effort to give it a wider publicity later on. But for now, for this season, so we'll be presenting basically the 30 verses in Kannada text. I hope the audience will enjoy them and appreciate the work that has been done by my father. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us a deep insight about Sirinompi. Friends, do not forget to follow us on Kala Pradarshan Facebook page. We will soon be posting a flyer to know more details about this event. Also, please do subscribe to our Kala Pradarshan YouTube channel. Let us all join together with our friends and family by listening to Sirinompi to obtain the divine blessings. Namaskara.